Yehovah Eloheinu Tzvaot, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself. And you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Davarim, Deuteronomy, chapter 1. These are the words Moshe spoke to all Israel on the far side of the Yarden River in the desert in the Arava, across from Suf, between Paran and Tophel, Lavan, Hatzrot, and Di Zahav. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb to Kadesh Barnea, by way of Mount Seir. On the first day of the 11th month of the 14th year, Moshe spoke to the people of Israel, reviewing everything Yehovah had ordered him to tell them. This was after he had defeated Sihon, king of the Emori, who lived in Heshbon, and Og, king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth, at Adariah. There, beyond the Yarden in the land of Moab, Moshe took it upon himself to expound this Torah and said, Yehovah spoke to us in Horeb. He said, You have lived long enough by this mountain. Turn, get moving, and go to the hill country of the Emori, and all the places near there, the Arava, the hill country, the Shephelah, the Negev, and by the seashore, the land of the Canaani, and the Lebanon, as far as the great river, the Euphrates River. I have set the land before you. Go in and take possession of the land Yehovah swore to give to your ancestors, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, and their descendants after them. At that time I told you, you are too heavy a burden for me to carry alone. Yehovah, your God, has multiplied your numbers so that there are as many of you today as there are stars in the sky. May Yehovah, the God of your ancestors, increase you yet 1,000-fold and bless you, as he has promised you. But you are burdensome and quarrelsome. How can I bear it by myself alone? Pick for yourselves from each of your tribes of men who are wise, understanding, and knowledgeable, and I will make them heads over you. You answered me, What you have said would be a good thing for us to do. So I took the heads of your tribes, men wise and knowledgeable, and made them heads over you, leaders in charge of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, of tens, and officers, tribe by tribe. At that time I commissioned your judges. Here are the cases that arise between your brothers, and judge fairly between a man and his brother, and a foreigner and who is with him. You are not to show favoritism when judging, but give equal attention to the small and to the great. No matter how a person presents himself, don't be afraid of him, because the decision is God's. The case that is too hard for you, bring to me, and I will hear it. I also gave you orders at that time concerning all things you were to do. So we left Horeb and went through all the vast and fearsome desert which you saw on the way to the hill country of the Emori, as Yehovah your God ordered us, and we arrived at Kadesh Barnea. There I said to you, You have come to the hill country of the Emori, which Yehovah your God is giving to us. Look, Yehovah your God has placed the land before you. Go up, take possession, as Yehovah, the God of your ancestors, has told you. Don't be afraid, don't be dismayed. You approached me, every one of you, and said, Let's send men ahead of us to explore the country before us and bring back word concerning what route we should use in going up and what the cities we will encounter are like. The idea seemed good to me, so I took 12 of your men, one from each tribe, and they set out, went up into the hills, came to the Eshcol Valley, and recounted it. They took some of the produce of the land, brought it down to us. They also brought back word to us. The land of Yehovah our God is giving us is good. But you would not go up. Instead, you rebelled against the order of Yehweh your God, and in your tents you complained. It's because Yehweh hated us that he brought us out of this land of Egypt, only to hand us over to the Emori to destroy us. What sort of place is this that we're heading for? Our brothers made our courage fail when they said, the people are bigger and taller than we are. The cities are great and fortified up to the sky. And finally, we have seen Anakim there. I answered you, don't be fearful. Don't be afraid of them. Yehweh your God, who is going ahead of you, will fight on your behalf, just as he accomplished all those things for you in Egypt, before your eyes. And likewise in the desert, where you saw how Yehweh your God carried you, like a man carries his child, along the entire way you traveled until you arrived at this place. Yet in this manner, you don't trust Yehweh your God, even though he went ahead of you, seeking out places for you to pitch your tents and showing you which way to go, by fire at night and by a cloud during the day. Yehweh heard what you were saying, became angry and swore, not a single one of these people, this whole evil generation, will see the good land which I swore to give your ancestors, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. He will see it. I will give him and his descendants the land he walked on, because he fully followed Yehweh. Also, because of you, Yehweh was angry with me and said, you too will not go in there. Yehoshua, the son of Nun, your assistant, he will go in there. So encourage him, because he will enable Israel to take possession of it. Moreover, your little ones, who you said would be taken as booty, and your children who didn't know good from bad, they will go in there. I will give it to them, and they will take possession of it. But as for yourselves, turn around and head into the desert, by the road to the Sea of Suf. Then you answered me, we have sinned against Yehweh. Now we will go up and fight, in accordance with everything Yehweh your God ordered us. And every man among you put on his arms, considering it an easy matter to go up in the hill country. But Yehweh said to them, tell them, don't go up and don't fight, because I am not there with you. If you do, your enemies will defeat you. So I told you, but you wouldn't listen. Instead, you rebelled against Yehweh's orders, took matters into your own hands, and went up into the hill country, where the Emori living in that hill country came out against you like bees, defeated you in the seer, and chased you back all the way to Hormah. You returned and cried before Yehweh, but Yehweh neither listened to what you said, nor paid any attention to you. This is why you had to stay in Kadesh as long as you did. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this first chapter of Deuteronomy? We can know that on the first day of the 11th month of the 40th year, Moshe spoke to the people of Israel, reviewing everything Yehweh had ordered him to tell them. We can know that Moshe took it upon himself to expand this Torah. Yehweh has said to go in and take possession of the land. Yehweh swore to give Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. Know that Yehweh Elohim had multiplied their numbers as many as the stars in the sky. Trust that Yehweh increases and blesses. Do as Yehweh our Elohim orders us to do. Be bold. Trust what Yehweh gives us is good. Have courage. Trust that Yehweh will fight for his children. Trust that Yehweh will carry his children. Trust Yehweh our Elohim. Fully follow Yehweh. Listen to Yehweh. Obey Yehweh. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can be bold, have courage, trust Yehweh Elohim wholeheartedly. Bear one another's burdens. We can listen and obey to Yehweh Elohim Elif Tav wholeheartedly. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. End this with the Aaronic blessing, using the name. Yehweh will kneel before you presenting gifts. He will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehwah will illuminate the wholeness of his being towards you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehwah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Yavirachacha Yehwah, vayishmaricha Yair, Yehwah panav elecha, vechonicha yisa, Yehwah panav elecha veyasem lecha shalom. May Yehwah bless you and keep you. May Yehwah make his face shine on you and show you his favor. May Yehwah lift up his face toward you and give you peace.